Hi, my name is Erica and you are watching Asian Sensations and I'm going to be your host today. Today we're going to be learning about Thai food and I am with our Thai food expert, Wannee. Hi.
Hi.
How are you today?
Yeah, fine, thank you. Yeah.
And today she's going to show me how to cook some Thai food. So what do you want to make today?
Today that green curry.
So what do we need to start making green curry?
Yes, it's a coconut milk.
How much?
2 cups.
Alright.
Coconut, yeah. And chicken stock.
And how much do we need of that?
1 cup.
Okay.
Yeah. Then green curry paste.
Alright. And then how much do we need of that?
2 tablespoons.
Okay.
Yeah. Now bamboo juice.
How many do we need?
1 cup.
Sure.
Yeah. This green beans.
Alright. And then how many do we need of that?
Half cup.
Okay.
This bell pepper.
And how much do we need of that?
Half cup too.
Okay.
Yeah. And then basil leaf.
Alright. And how much is in there?
It's 1 cup.
Alright.
And then sugar.
How much do you need?
1 spoon, tablespoon.
Okay.
Yeah. And the fish sauce.
And how much is put in green curry?
2 tablespoons. Yeah,
Alright.
all this.
And that's all we need?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, you can look.
Okay, so let's get started. So we already have the burner about to heat up and we're gonna just about put our ingredients in. So what goes first?
Yes, it's a coconut milk.
The 2 cups, the coconut milk?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Then I put. See? Okay.
So we got the coconut milk in there, and
Yeah.
how long do we put it in there for?
This under a few minutes, and you take stock.
All right,
Water. Yeah. Put all together.
the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Like this. Okay. And then you open the right like that.
Then we turn on the heat.
Yeah, heat and for boiling.
Oh, you
Wait,
wait till it
yeah.
boils
Yeah, the boil.
before you put anything else in.
And then you wait a minute.
So now that we have the chicken stock and the coconut milk in, we put in the green curry paste.
Yeah.
Remember, it's 2
See?
tablespoons.
Yeah. I put here. Okay. See. And then you move like this. Okay.
So you stir it to mix it together a little bit.
Okay. I put the
Fish sauce,
fish sauce in here. Okay.
and that gives it a little salt flavor, right?
Yeah.
And then the sugar to make it a little sweet.
Yes, right. This was but you want meat, you can put here.
Oh, so we can add whatever meat we want?
Yeah, you can put in here
All
like
right,
this.
sounds good.
Yeah, but you don't like meat, you can put
Start with putting in the bamboo shoots.
yes whole like this.
We are going to be making a vegetarian version
Yeah,
of curry today.
Italian. And then you put this.
The half cup of green beans.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay.
How long do we have to stir the sugar in for?
About 5 minutes.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
And this too.
The bell peppers?
Yeah. Put the bell pepper.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. See?
Wow.
Then
the red color is going to make the green curry look very
Yeah.
pretty.
okay.
Side up.
You can. And it.
Is it done?
Yeah. Done.
All right.
Yeah.
So now that the curry is finished, we can put it in a bowl.
Oh yes.
Smells great. So now that the curry is all stir-fried together, we're just putting some holy basil on top to make it look pretty.
Right. It is.
So here you have the green curry. I've paired it off with a side of rice because curry generally goes good with rice, but you can eat it by itself if you want. I'm gonna give this a try. This is fabulous. Thank you for having me in your kitchen, Chef. Let's go back to the studio and see if I can do my own version of this. Hello folks, now I am back on my own in the studio. Curry has been a popular staple of Thai cuisine. In Thai cuisine, curries usually consist of meat, fish, and or vegetables. And this is all in a sauce based on paste made from chilies, spices, and herbs. What makes green curry different from the rest of the curries is that the paste contains green chilies. With that tidbit of information said, I'm going to make green curry for the first time to show you how easy it can be. I've never made green curry before in my life, but after watching the chef, I'm very confident that I can cook this food on my own. Let's start with the key ingredients. First off, you will need 2 cups of coconut milk. When you buy the coconut milk, make sure to pick the unsweetened one. Then you will need 1 cup of chicken stock, 1 cup of basil leaves, and for the best results, make sure to use Thai basil. Then you will need 2 tablespoons of green curry paste. You can find the green curry paste in any Asian store. You will also need 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. Now, fish sauce is a condiment that is derived from fish that has been allowed to ferment. It is an essential ingredient in many curries and sauces. Fish sauce is a staple ingredient in numerous cultures in Southeast Asia and the coastal regions of East Asia, and features heavily in Thai, Vietnamese, and Philippine cuisine. If you don't like fish sauce, you can use soy sauce or salt instead. And the last key ingredient is sugar. I'm also going to add a choice of meat. Today, my personal preference is going to be shrimp. My other favorites to add are pork and beef, but really any meat will do. You can also use tofu if you're a vegetarian. I'm also going to add a large variety of vegetables, not only because they're healthy and taste great, but also because it adds color to the dish and will make it beautiful. The vegetables we are going to use today are carrot, potato, broccoli, green beans, bamboo shoots, and green and red bell peppers. Now that I've gone through the ingredients, let's get started. To start it off, I'm going to teach you how to prepare some of these vegetables. The only one I'm not going to teach you to prepare is going to be the basil and the bamboo shoots, but this is because they can already be bought pre-prepared. Let's start off with the carrot. Now, the carrot, to start off, you need to skin it. So I'm going to grab the skinner and start off with the top half with leaving my fingers out of the way so I don't get hurt. Now that the whole carrot is skinned, I'm going to use this textured skinner to add texture to our dish. All right, so now this carrot is fully textured. And I'm just going to take off the ends. All right. I've cleaned off the cutting board. And for the carrot, you will only need 3 sections of it, about ½ inch. The top's not needed. Then I'm going to cut these about dice size. All right, and that's all we need for the carrots. Next, I'm going to do the potato, which is done generally the same way. You start off with a regular potato skinner. All right, so now our potato is fully skinned. Next, I'm going to take our textured skinner and do it the same way. All right, so now this is fully textured. I'm going to cut off the ends. Put some aside. And then I'm going to clean off our cutting board again. All right, and then this is prepared generally the same way. You cut it about 1/4 to ½ inch thick, and you only need 3 sections of the potato. And again, this is going to be the same as the carrot. Try to keep the size uniform. It's going to be about dice size when you're finished. And then we can go ahead and set these aside. The next ingredient that I'm going to prepare is going to be the bell peppers. So we're going to use green and red bell peppers. I'll start off with cutting up the red. Now you don't really need that much of the bell pepper, just a 1/4 section. Make sure not to include the seeds. And then you could take away the middle. And then you're going to cut your red pepper at around a 45-degree angle, keeping the strips of the bell pepper at the same size. I don't know yet. And then this is about how much we'll need of the red pepper. Go ahead and set this aside. And we're going to do the same for the green pepper. Okay. Okay. So now that we have all ingredients prepared, I'm going to start off by turning on my heat. All you need is about a medium heat. So we're going to have that heat up a little bit. And then I'm going to take a little bit of oil. Any oil will do, just so it doesn't stick. All right, now that we got that in, make sure that the oil is around the whole pan so nothing sticks. Make sure that the oil gets hot so it is ready for the 2 tablespoons of green curry paste. You can even add more or less to taste. To speed this up a bit, I'm going to turn it on high first. So now I'm going to start dropping in a bit of green curry paste. I'll spread it out a little bit so that all of it can heat up. Remember that the green curry paste is different from the rest of the curries because it consists of green chilies. Now you're going to wait for this to heat up, and then once it starts crackling and smelling, that means that you're ready to add more ingredients. So I'm just going to let this sit for a short time. You can already start to see it crackling. Turn my heat back down. Now that's starting to heat up. And I'm going to add our 1 cup of coconut milk. I'm just going to stir that in, start mixing those together. You can already see the two blending together. And I'm going to wait for this to simmer a short while before I add our next ingredient. I'm going to turn up the heat to speed things up a bit. You could already see it start to smoke, but we got to wait for it to simmer. Make sure that you're stirring once in a while so your curry does not get burned. All right, now that we see it start to bubble, it's about time to add our chicken stock. Remember that you'll need 2 cups of this. Adding our chicken stock. Now that the color has come together, you can start to see that. Adds a really pretty color to the dish. Now we gotta wait for the curry base to boil, and then that is when we add our ingredients. After this is finished, we can add our shrimp, and then while that is lightly cooking, you have to sit and wait a few minutes for that one. You can put in all your vegetables besides the bell pepper and the basil, which is put in later on. now we have the base for our green curry. I'm sorry folks that we have run out of time today, but you know the general idea of the finished product we have. And again, the base is very easy. I did it on my own. My name is Winship and I'm your host. Thank you for tuning in. Have a nice day.